Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Got a little haul video today. Well, actually a large haul video today. But first I wanted to share with you some happy mail. This is a card I received from my friend Chow. Warm autumn wishes. Isn't that pretty? She's got this little die cut, this little gold die cut. Beautiful color choices. Love it. Thank you, Chow. And I just watched my mail carrier bend these cards while putting them in the box. I was just livid because there was a bigger piece of mail. So she just went like that and shoved it all in the box. And it hurts my feelings because, like, my friend Delina sent me this Christmas card, and look at it. All that hard work, and it's bent. And it looks like she used a wreath maker. Hi, Cindy. To create this wreath and stamp it out. Very pretty. And then my friend Stephanie Walter sent this card. Look at that. But look at that. I mean, come on. Have a heart, mail carrier. This is foiled, and this is multiple layers here of this beautiful, gorgeous snowflake. She's got the foiling and then the reverse foiling. What a clever card, and how awful for that mail person to do that to my handmade cards. It's just shameful. Anyway, enough complaining. Let's see what I got. So as you see in my description box, I went crazy Black Friday because I've been on a no buy for all of November, and so I let myself go, and it was quite the experience. But first I got some of these tri-blend brush markers from Spectrum Noir. I really like them. They're really handy, so I don't have to guess which marker will shade and which one will highlight. They all work together. Yeah, I mean, nothing you can do about it because it's kind of like if you go to fast food. If you complain about the food, you never know what you might find in your burger. So you just don't do it. Anyway, we got those. I got these from Simon Says Stamps. They sent me a $15 gift card, or a $15 discount, and so I used that, and then used the Black Friday discount. No, I didn't. I was only able to use one, and I used it on these. So got those. Yeah, you just don't want to. Well, you can say that she's going to find coal in the mailbox. I got this from W+9, and it's a Halloween stamp set with dies, but it's so adorable. I just couldn't resist it. Look at this. So you can put all these little masks on these rabbits. And she's going out of business for this company. So it was super cheap, like maybe $4 for the stamps and dies. So I got that. And then of course, I got my craft roulette die. I waited till Cyber Monday to buy it. I'm sure they worried I wasn't going to buy it at all. And look at, she sent me, because she knows I'm in Team Orange, she sent it to an orange envelope. So this is the die set for craft roulette. I'm excited to play with it. This is going to be probably the last shopping haul I'll do for a long time. Don't hold me to that. Okay, then from Picket Fence Studios, I got this stencil, which I really love, and this stamp set. I just love this one. I freaking love you. Oh my goodness. Hi, Cindy. Hi, Maddie. Hi, Melissa. Hi, Chow. Hi, Jean. This is a table with all the stuff. And this is kind of time to time, I find myself needing a table. So I bought this table set, and then I just bought this giant round mask. So that's what I bought from Picket Fence Studio. But I'm a sucker for grab bags. So I was last month, but I haven't shown you guys. I got a grab bag from them with all these stamps. And, you know, you never know what you're going to get in a grab bag. And that's what's kind of fun about them. So I got this little friendship set. With these little kind of hand-drawn girls. Ice cream prepares your soul for the next day. Twirl, spin, and leap the day away. Let's be friends. I need to schedule a play date that involves you, me, and adult beverages. I like that one. I have a great idea, but it does involve a designated driver. And then they sent me the dies to cut out these little girls. Yes, I could have, but I think I got it for like $1, Cindy, so I'll take it. And then this little baby girl stamp, which you never know if somebody's going to have a baby girl. But I was thinking about this, and I was thinking that for New Year's, I could somehow like mask this off and put a Tim Holtz top hat on there. Then these, which are devotional kind of. So I never know if we need something like this. So that was cool. And then this one's kind of like an encouragement. So just with a lot of encouraging words, and I like those. Together we'll pick up the pieces. I think this was probably made during COVID because that was an awful time. And then there's a get well and hugs enclosed. And then we've got this favorite notification. I love how we always start where we left off, which is kind of funny because I have a friend that I grew up with that we still talk time to time. And it's like nothing ever happened, although 50 years has gone by us. Jean. Most amazing kid I know is you. You're my best kind of person, or you're my kind of person. You make my heart skip a beat. I'm obsessed with your awesomeness. See, these are things that I would actually say to people. And then there's this huge set, which is a thank you set with all kinds of reasons that you might thank somebody. For being a mom, for being my teacher, for generosity, for praying, for laughs. Tons. I mean, this could cover just about every thank you you're ever going to need. Thank you for your service, for being my neighbor, for your donation. I mean, goodness, this is everything. For accepting my craziness. Now that'd be my one. Enabler. Then this was the freebie. And its little side thing came open. I guess you won't be able to see it if I take it out of there. It's got a very long verse. Inky fingers, paper shards, oh so many cards. I make cards to share with you, whether it's a prayer or a little boo-boo. I make cards most of all just to hear you exclaim, oh, how I adore you. I make cards for days on end to be sure and true you are not blue. I make cards to say have a nice day or happy birthday. I stamp on paper using cute little quotes to be sure others stay afloat. I might add a heart or two to be sure you know just how much I love you. That's a lot. That's a long one. Yeah. And then, you know, it's got like a pen sealed with a kiss. So card made by, designed for you by, handmade by. While I was stamping, die cutting, and coloring this card, all I could think about is how much you'd better keep it forever. That's funny and so true. And then this birthday one, there's a mic you can drop. Do good recklessly. I like that. Dream it, believe it. I'm talking to you, man. Life is good. Happy birthday. HB to you. You smashed it. So kind of a generic. And then finally, this one, it didn't come with dies. It's got a bicycle. This is way outside my wheelhouse. Way outside. And I know when I buy a grab bag, I'm not always going to get something I absolutely love. But I love some of the sentiments. And there's like a Mother's Day one. Grateful, so like a thank you. Grateful for your understanding and loving support during these trying times. I see a great friendship in the future. I'll always pick you, which goes nice with the bike and the flowers. This card is a huge paper hug from me to you. You're my ride or die. Love that one. I owe you big time. We wanted you to know that you're always in our thoughts and prayers. So a lot of generic stuff. So there's the Picket Fence grab bag. Love me some grab bags. Now I'm waiting on one from Waffle Flower, and I bought the Want It All one. So next up, I've got a Simon Says Stamps haul, and I've got first stuff that I picked and bought, and then I'm going to show you what was in their grab bag. So this was on clearance, and I do like their Positively Saturated. And this one says Eat the Cake, and I made some because I like the way that says, and I have a cake from Simon Hurley that I'd like to use this with. Yeah, it was a great grab bag, definitely. So it's the Eat the Cake, and this was cheap, like $4 or $5, and I'll use this a lot. Then I did buy the Rainbow Splash Swiss dots because I don't think I have any Swiss dots. Then some more 3D foam squares, and I love Birch Press Designs sentiments with their shadows. I like this. I like this font. And then with Valentine's coming up, I bought a Hero Arts hot foil plate, and it wasn't $19.99. And this was the freebie. They sent it separately. This is the Build a Tag. Is that what it's called? Trim a Tag. And I can see myself actually trimming these off of here because I like this little branch by itself. So we'll see. We shall see. And then I bought I like these glue sticks for my junk journal stuff. And I bought more Schoolhouse Red because it's my favorite. And then I bought an assortment of like pastels. It looks like it has more Schoolhouse Red, Doll Pink, some other colors in it. It's the Sweet Treats set of paper. I like the chunky sentiments with the shadow die too. Okay, now we're going to get out the Simon Says stamp grab bag. And it came in this huge box. And look at that cute paper. Oh, let's see what we have inside here. A lot of stuff. Let me put this back on the floor and grab from there. Or actually, I think I'll put it over here where I can actually reach it without grunting every time I bend over. All right. So, first of all, we have, this was huge. Hi. Hi, Texas Gal Crafts. This is the sketched garden flowers. These are foil and cut. So they come with a foil plate and a die to cut it out. And there's a couple of those in there. Then there's this little bridge from Memory Box. And I'm sure it's tiny. Yeah, it's a little bridge. But it's a bridge in case you need it. And then there's this Let's Connect word dies, which I like. Then there's this holiday floral stamp set, which I'm excited to play with. Full 6x8 stamp set. And there's these stars. This is a cling red rubber stamp. And then some more birthday. This, it was $59, okay? And I didn't get it on sale. It was, one of their grab bags. It's got the little cupcake, little slice of cake. I love these slices of cake. Little bunting. I'm sure they probably have matching dies that'll probably go on clearance. I watched the clearance on Simon Says Stamps. I wish I could be with you to celebrate your birthday. I like that. And look, it's candy. So that cracked me up because it was after we did our candy card. But it looks like, to me, those look like coffee beans. I wonder what they are. What do you think those are? Oh no. Then there's these pocket note dies, and I'm not sure what they do. There's a large one and a small one. Let's look at them. Looks like it just folds. So it's got like a scoring right here, and then it cuts it out. So this is the large one. I bet the small one's itty bitty. Well, that's tiny. That'd be cute on a card front. I can see myself using those for card within a card or something like that on Craft Roulette. I love Craft Roulette, you guys, because it challenges my brain. And so does getting stamp sets that aren't necessarily something I would choose, because it makes me stretch. So here's the Joyful Anemone background. So it looks like you would do holly berries with that or something. I would have to look at some of the designer's work to see. And then there's this 6x8 stamp set, which I have already. This is most likely going to be included in a giveaway since I have this already. But I used it a lot last year, and I really love the season's greetings and this little ticket, this little joy. So, and I have the stamps and dies. And then this is Brutus Monroe Seashell Pocket Envelope die set. I don't know how you would work this. I'll have to play with it and see. Yeah, with the big sprig, definitely. It looks like, I don't know, maybe we'll play with that. Then this Big Love. I remember watching Jennifer McGuire do this a couple of years ago. So just in time for Valentine's Day. And then these gigantic stamps. So they cover birthday, congratulations, anniversary, Christmas, Easter, Halloween, and Thanksgiving. And then there's this little Let's Connect. And I think I saw Kathy Zilski do this set. I might have seen somebody else do it, but I don't know. And that goes with that die. It doesn't, whoops, don't fall on the floor. That die is larger than this, but it's kind of part of the Let's Connect. Yeah, it's Kathy Zilski design. And then here's another foil and cut die, which is Intricate Daisies. Now these would be fun to color. And then there's a Gemini die, which it looks like just like maybe sort of a border die. Not necessarily my style, but like I said, sometimes, you know, you get things in a grab bag that just aren't always your style. And then another foil and cut die set. So this was a really generous package, and that's not all. That is not all. Then we've got some items. We've got this Tim Holtz ribbons and bows. And then this really pretty, like it's kind of a pink polka dot ribbon. And then some more mica stain, which I like it. And Decade's one of my favorites. And so is Fortune Teller. So those are the ones I run out of. And then some Distress Abandoned Coral. What do you call this stuff? Embossing glaze. And then we got a bottle of Craft Tacky Glue, which I like this glue. It's pretty nice. I had a bottle before and I can't find it. Some Distress crayons, and these are the Halloween ones. Holiday Set 3. Oh, maybe they're not Halloween. Fresh Balsam. Winter Frost. Yeah, these are from last year. And then 2 inks. So 2 of the more positively saturated inks. So Aegean and Mandarin. Orange. But look at this. How about that? Yeah, the Tim Holtz took it over. So $59 for all this stuff. Come on. I don't know how I feel about the ink pads. These positively saturated, I have quite a few of them, but I haven't used them enough to make a judgment. They are spongy, so there's that. I think that's everything. Yeah. All right, let me put some of this stuff back in the box and we'll make something here. I'm curious about this Seashell pocket envelope die set. How does it work? I mean, looking at the picture, it just looks like we're going to find out. Oh, you don't like the Tim Holtz ink pads? I do. I love them. Yeah, it's a steal. Every time that Simon Says Stamps has something like this, I purchase it because I know that even if some of this stuff is on clearance, it's never on clearance for less than $10. So if I bought 2, 3, 4, that would be $40 right there. And that wouldn't even include any of these other million things. So, yeah, I know I'm getting a good buy. That's why I bought their charity box this year, too, because, you know, for one thing, the proceeds were going to a good cause. And for another thing, I know they're generous. Yeah, the star stamp is great. Maybe we'll play with that one. I don't know. I'm just curious about this one and how it cuts out. All right, let's look at this. Okay, this is a separate piece. This is a separate. Okay, I see. Okay, I see how it goes. So this must go inside the pocket. Will I be able to cut this on my... Let's find out. On my Empress. Come here. It's hard to pick stuff up off of this silicone mat because everything sticks to it. Turn you on. Okay, I'm gonna need, let me see if I've got enough length on here. Yep, I do. It's gonna be close. Let me grab a piece of cardstock here. This feels to be about 100-pound cardstock, so that'll work. Let's trim it down. Oops, I didn't tell you to go. And I just need to, basically need to trim it in half. Where is my stamping? I'll trim it down to 4 1/4 here. I can't wait to see what's in the waffle flower grab bag because I love their stuff too. All right. Make sure I've got the sharp point down. I don't know. May or may not work on here. We're going to find out in a second. If it doesn't take it, we know it won't. Yeah, it's not going to take it unless I scoot it back some. Let me scoot it back a little. They won't take it if it's all the way to the end, if your die is all the way to the end. There There we go. Hi, Judy. Probably going to have to flip it around. Okay, no, it cut it out. Okay, well, there's that piece. Then we've got this piece. And I can color these, you know, on my own. I don't need to use colored paper. Yeah, that is the mini Empress. Okay, so this cuts out. It didn't quite cut it all the way through, but we're gonna let that be and just trim it with our scissors. So sometimes the Empress needs a shim, depending on the die. This die is definitely not very sharp. I'm getting most of them just down here towards the end. Didn't want to go. All right, rather than destroy that, let's just get a new piece of paper. And I'll just throw a shim on there. What I find with the mini Empress is a shim pretty much fixes everything. Are the folds showing? You mean on this thing? So yeah, they would be tucked under. Well, we'll do that in a sec. Let's get everything cut out. There, now it cut it out, no problem. We'll have to do some ink blending on it. Just pull out the dealy bobs. Like, I'm wondering, would it hold a gift card or just a birthday card tag, or what is the point of it? But we're gonna find out. I haven't discounted anything yet. Okay, here's the tag part. I don't believe that's going to need a shim. Yes, I do use it. I keep the metal shim right inside of it because most of the tags, most of the dies I have are these thin dies. Didn't cut right there. Okay, no big deal because I didn't use a shim with it. And then it's got the little shells and stuff. Let's get those cut out. It's got little, what does he have on the back of his? Well, he has an anchor, but I don't see, oh yeah, I do see an anchor, but I'm not an anchor person. I'm more of a shell person. So I'm going to do the shell. And it looks like the shell is in two parts. So it looks like maybe this. Let's find out. Let's go ahead and get some seaweed going on here too. Try and cut everything at once. Okay, throw my shim on here. Sometimes this is just dependent on the die. And I just used some 100-pound cardstock for a shim. This die set is the Seashell pocket envelope die set from Brutus Monroe. That came in the Simon Says Stamp grab bag. Okay, so I'm not sure. I guess the other part would be just a shadow part. I don't know. Let's get my pokey tool out. There's a shell. There's a seaweed. And then another little oceanic plant of some sort. Okay. And I just store my shim right in with all my plates. Get you out of the way. All right, so we've got our parts here. Let's get those. Here's my shell, my seaweed. And this looks like it goes here. So my underneath part, I would want to do, it doesn't quite, it's almost like, you see how it fits like in an offset manner? Well, let's do some ink blending on here. Let me grab my sticky mat. Oh, you know, I'm always misplacing that stupid sticky mat. As long as I don't use red ink, I'm okay with using my other one. That sticky mat is reserved for red ink only. This is the 8x8 one. Yeah, seaweed, in other words. You know, words are hard for me. I had an accident in 1987, and I had a brain injury, and I went through a lot of years of recovery from that. So my memory isn't the best. But, you know, it's fine. Okay. Trying not to get those trapped underneath there. Now that's not going anywhere. We'll start with the envelope part itself, and it looks like we're going to need to color both sides. You know, I think I will go ahead and do the folding first. So there's a little score mark right there. Let's get my bone folder. And then there's a little score mark right here. And a little score mark right here. I can obviously do this on pattern paper too. Well, my folding skills, I guess, are off. That's fine. So we'll do this. We don't really need to do this inside part at all. Just this part. And let's use, let's play with some of this Cloud 9 Interference ink. This one is Peacock Tails, and it's a shimmery ink. And if, you know, my waffle flower mat gets stained, it gets stained. It's a tool. It's not a treasure. Well, it is a treasure, but you know what I mean. And I like to, for these inks, I like to use my Lavinia stencil type brushes. I don't need to go too deep into here because that's going to be covered up. Let's add some Mermaid Lagoon. Grab a paper towel, just grab my towel here and just kind of wipe off my brush a little and bring some of that in. Most of that's going to be covered, so I don't know why I'm worried about that. Okay, wipe this off so I can do the other side. Looks like a mop brush. Well, they're kind of stiff. So they're not super soft, but they're not hard either. And they're medium. All right. Okay, I think I'll start with this lagoon color here first, since I got some all over it from my hands already. And then come in with the peacock tails. So they're almost alike in color, but not quite. Definitely looks oceany. Let me just add one more color in there. Let's see, what else do I have here? Let's go with the opal blush, which is going to be probably much lighter. No, it's actually darker. What do you know? Interesting. I just want to make sure I blend it out really well then. And you just don't know what it's going to do when you lay it on top of some of that other ink. Oh, the mail's there. The dog alarm. Yes. Is this good blending ink? Yeah. You will get. Oh. Let me just say that it's not my favorite for blending, but it works okay. Let's get some purple in here. I'll show you. You'll see. It stays wet for a good long time, so that can sometimes be a hindrance, and it can sometimes be a help. But it sure is pretty. That's a white spot. So see, I've got a lighter spot right here that I want to kind of blend out. So yeah, I guess so. Okay, pick this up and clean that. And then the shell portion, I think I want darker, but I think that opal one, the opal blush, was the darkest one I had here. So this is set 2. I bought set 1 and I sold it. I wasn't crazy about set 1, but I love set 2. So it's definitely a thick pigment. They're a stiffer stencil brush. They're not super soft. Let me grab the yellow. Can you hear it? So they're almost like, I think they're synthetic. I just know that I love these, especially for this type of ink blending. I just feel, I don't know, I love them for blending ink with Lavinia inks and with these inks. And I don't want to get this ink on my regular blending brushes because it's shimmery. So these I have no problem with because they clean off completely. I mean, they'll stain, but you can get that color off of them. Where I don't know necessarily if you can with the do you see that color shift? Isn't that gorgeous? Yeah, they're shimmery. That you have to get the Cloud9 Interference inks. She has regular inks. Lisa Horton does. Okay, and our tag. think I want it to go lighter. Let me see here. I wonder if I want Summer Garden for that. No, I don't. Let's go Tropical Paradise. Let's see what that one looks like. Let me grab a pinker brush here. I might not like that one. I'm not the biggest pink person. That's pretty doggone pink. Yeah, it's my sticky mat. Kind of like the small Tim Holtz ones, but they're not as stiff. So I have those too. These are stiffer than these. But, I mean, they work equally well. Just a little bit more work with the Tim Holtz ones. Where this one, you know, I've got a little bit more freedom of movement from back here versus having to be all the way up here. I know. Yeah, I think the pink might be okay. So would I want to do both sides of the tag? Yeah, I guess I would. Because it's a tag, right? Let's see if I can get a little bit of a gradient going there. Going from dark to light. Get it darker up here. So it'll blend out, but it's going to take a little bit of muscle, a little bit of elbow grease. Well, if any of you have ever been on a low-carb diet and understand cheat days, like, when is that spaghetti going to be done? Yeah, I mean, it's definitely good ink. All right, let's do our seaweeds and our little shell. Stick. Okay, so I've got this Summer Garden. Grab a greenish brush. And our shell. Let's do the shell in let's try this Golden Sun. Grab the yellowish brush. Whoa! Woohoo! Boom! That sucker hit you in the face, doesn't it? Does the color change when you spray it? It does. It is water reactive. I don't want to spray it directly. Let me splatter it here. I don't like big chunks of water on mine. I like little chunks. So you see, let me pull it up to the camera here for you. It is water reactive. Focus. Oh my gosh, I forgot to oh, see what happened? I got water on my tag. That's what I didn't want to happen, but you can see there that it's also water reactive. It happens. Probably when I was cleaning this, huh? Okay, and that red didn't stain, so thank you. Thank you for not staining. Hi, Melanie. Excuse me. Okay, let's put this bad boy together now. Okay, this piece goes on top of here. Okay. We'll use my art glitter glue here for this. I have to show you the haul that Stacy Valentine sent me to. I meant to show that and I forgot. Space Cadet. Oh, today I was looking for, Mike has some G.I. Joes from the 60s. They're not worth anything because he played with them. And like he wrote his little initials on the little clothes and stuff. But I have a friend who collects action figures. And I asked if he wanted them. Well, Mike wanted to ask if he wanted them, so he did. So I had to dig those out of a closet and found my lightsaber. Which, I mean, that might not seem like much to you guys, but I love my lightsaber. It goes, it makes noises and stuff. I like toys still. So see, that needed to be trimmed off right there. So before I get that completely glued down, let's trim it. Okay. Well, I'll show you what's interesting about this while this glue dries. And I just use these little sewing clips. And my fold is bad here. This isn't a bad reflection on the die. It's a reflection on my folding skills. Let's grab a piece of black paper so I can show you. Okay, the Golden Sun was the one I just did, right? Which is this reddish color. Well, on black, it's different. It's still kind of reddish, but a little bit different of a shade of red. Let's do the peacock tails. So it goes kind of a purplish gold. So it's interference. So that's the way it's designed. And then some, if you blend one right on top of the other. So see how we got a purple and we got kind of a yellow gold versus the, I think our peacock is here and our red is here. Yeah, it's quite the color change. So you get 2 for 1, basically. Much like Simon Hurley's Lunar Paste. Although, you know, this one is highly pigmented, where the Lunar Paste only has the interference property to it. Okay, so where's the tag? Here's the tag. It's probably not going to go while I've got these things holding. Whenever you're using a pigment ink, though, it's going to take a while to dry, and so it's kind of a struggle to get the glue to stick. Yeah, I can't get that in there right now. Let's go ahead and decorate it here. Okay, so my little plants. My little shell. Yeah, that's a good idea, Kenzie. I'll trim it. I shall trim it because I can. I could see putting a gift card in there. I mean, it looks like it would obviously fit one. Maybe using one of those glue dots and attach the gift card to the tag. Okay. Oh, the tag's going to fit, Cindy, once I get these clips off of here. But I am going to trim down the side of this because it just makes me nuts when it doesn't fit. And you can't really tell. So see now, where are my fingers? Here they are. Tag fits just fine. Let's see here. Shell seems kind of big for the seaweed, but it's just small seaweed. Okay, I see what that other piece is for, because this is see-through, right? So you would do the other piece so you'd have something to back it with, which I'm not going to. I like it just fine the way it is. Let's see what kind of ribbons I have. I know I have that pink one that I got from Simon Says Stamped, but I'm not a huge pink person. Let's see. I have this coral color. I have a ton of this stuff. It's just everywhere. Yeah, I think we'll go with the coral color because that's what I found. You're right. Seashells do have cracks and holes. And I would probably want to put something on this tag, some sort of word. Let's find a word. Wonder. No. Oh. I could put a purple cat on there. No, that doesn't go at all. So I have die cuts laying around everywhere. So I'm looking for something handy that I already have. No. We just got a bunch of stamps, I'm sure. Sending birthday wishes and these little dots. Crab cake. Okay, that's funny. A little SpongeBob. Okay. I think I'm going to go with Let's Celebrate. See, the next thing I have to do is I have to commit to using all of this stuff. I'm just not even going to worry about that little water splooge there. No big deal. I'm eyeballing this. Totally. Don't move. On a perfect world, I would heat emboss this, but I don't know how that ink's going to react, and the embossing powder is going to stick to it, because even though it feels dry. It's not. You know how it's this stuff acts almost exactly like Distress Oxides. So I'm just going to stamp it in black. Did I get another grab box? Yeah, just the Simon Says one, and then I got the Picket Fence Studios kind of grab bag. Yeah, that's not completely straight, but it will do, pig. It will do. Because it's mostly not going to show. And then I'm going to use the... Do you see me cleaning this? No, you do not. I'm going to use the little spots here. And I'll hand stamp those. Wonder what would happen if I tried to stamp them in one of the blues. Let's find out. Let's see, will this one fit? Yep. Let's just condition that a little bit. Let's get the peacock shimmer ones. Cute. You have to think about when you have these things, how many uses there are for them. There. Yeah, well, this was all Black Friday and Cyber Monday. My big purchase, though, y'all, were my earpods that I just got ink on. That was my big, but now this I will clean because I don't want that shimmer getting on something else. Okay, perfect. There we go. We'll get it right back on the way it goes. So we used this one. And we used the Brutus Monroe because I was just so curious. Oh yeah, and I need to put a ribbon on this tag. Ah, that's cute. And this is just some seam tape that I dyed with, oh gosh, I don't know, a couple of different distress spray stains. Yeah, the main reason that I wanted them is because when I invite somebody live on my channel, or I get invited on their channel, like through StreamYard or something like that, I can never hear them. And if we don't have those on, then sometimes we get some echoes and interference. And so it's really super handy to have. So, okay, that's the Brutus Monroe. And then there's the back. Let me just get it up close so you can kind of see all those color shifts. I love seeing cars that drive down the road with that. Would I own one? No, but I'd love seeing them. Look at my hands already. And I should have gotten Stacy's stuff out first, because wait till you see what she sent me. I could have used that yesterday too. But this is a big box full of stuff too. Yeah. It's not really that heavy. It's just on the floor. All right. So she sent me this stuff. It's called Art Guard, and you're supposed to put it on your hands before you paint. Oh, okay, yeah. So I cleaned my stamp off with this Ink Off stamp cleaner from Ink on 3. It works really well to clean stamps. It's really dirty because I've had it for a while. My friend Chow sent me that. Chow or Stacy, I forget who sent it to me. I think it was Chow. And it works really well. So as you can see, my stamp is a little bit stained there. So you will maybe get some staining from these Cloud9 inks. Stacy and I were live last night together, so that was fun. And so this is Art Guard Barrier Cream. Let me just put some on my hands and see what it feels like. Like I said, I should have used this before I ever got started. And it's supposed to help maybe like get ink and stuff like that. Keep it from seeping into your skin where you have to scrub so hard it hurts. Which is pretty much what's wrong with my hands, is so much scrubbing because, you know, I'm always getting my hands into the dirt. So she sent me this Art Guard. Doesn't really feel greasy. It's supposed to be a barrier. Let's find out. Yeah, I'm always into putting something to the test. Let's get this picked raspberry. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I definitely do some scrubbing because, yeah. Now this stuff will typically stain. Okay, it's on my finger, it's on my hand. Well, it's still stained, but I guess it's more for paint. Yeah, you guys know I'll test stuff out for you. Okay, so that. And then she sent me a bottle of Shimmery Goodness, which I don't even think this has been opened. Oh, yeah, it has. This stuff lasts forever, though. You can foil with this stuff, so. And then this Cosmic Shimmer Luna paste. And it's really, really sparkly. This looks like a champagne color. And then something I've never used, which is Light and Fluffy Modeling Paste. This jar is light. And what's that feel like? Be curious to play with that one. Let's throw it through a stencil real quick. Where is my stencil? Oh, you guys, I have crap everywhere. Where did I put that stencil? And don't drop everything on the floor. I don't know where I put them. Well, I'll just grab a different stencil. Not like I don't have a million of them. Let's try this one. I've never used it before. Let's see what it does. Let's do it on some watercolor paper so that when it dries. Yeah, so Shimmery Goodness, if you put on a nice even coat of it, and let it dry, then you can put foil on it, toner foil, and run it through your Vagabond or whatever die cutting machine you have, just flat, and or run it with heat, like through your Mink, and the foil will stick to it. Try it on it. Well, what I was thinking is once it dries is that I could, you know, do a spray stain thing here with it. Let's get this thing so I don't have to worry about cleaning it right away. So it feels interesting. I wonder if it's anything like the scrapbook.com Cloud Whip. Let me get that off of me. And then let's grab my squeegee. Where are you, little guy? And I don't need it to be perfect. I can see you're going to need quite a bit of it. We'll let that dry and see how long it takes to dry. And the reason I like using the squeegee is there's nothing left on my stencil, really. So it's easy to clean off. Oh, okay. You know, I'm watching the chat from StreamYard, and it's my understanding that it doesn't always go with how the chat actually is. So there's that. Okay, we'll let that dry. Now, where was I? Oh, yeah. Because then she sent me inside the box. There are all these little squishies, which I think will be fun to, use to apply something. So definitely I'm keeping those. She sent me this stuff. It's metal mesh. Like, there's so much mixed media out there that I didn't know anything about. Look at it. It's actual metal, which should be really fun. So the sample is this. Hi, Jay. Oh, yeah, you can, I mean, you can definitely tint the shimmery goodness with anything you want. Okay, and then in this box was this unicorn effect paste, which I used the other night on Lynn's live from Finnabear. And it gives, let me pull see if I can find the cards. I don't know if I put them away. Where did I put them? You guys know me. I just think and lose everything. Oh, yeah, I put them with my Christmas card. One moment. Just so you can see the effect that gives. So I stenciled some snowflakes with it. And that's the effect it gives. So it's got some little flakes of stuff in it. I got the dragon one, Jay, which is gold, and it looks beautiful. Danny showed us a picture of it. This is what the unicorn paste looks like inside. So it's pretty cool. This wasn't even opened. And that, I mean, on Amazon, these go for 16 bucks, so they're not cheap. I'll have to put some, that stuff, you know, that plasticky stuff that Jennifer McGuire's husband invented. I can't think of the name right now. Glad Press and Seal. Then some Distress Collage Medium and Vintage, which I've always wanted, and you can never find it. And then matte, and then this Luna paste, Cosmic Shimmer, which is really, really diamondy looking. Look at that. Yep, Press and Seal. So those goodies. And then, so I guess Stacy was a scrapbooker. The crazing. So she must have bought one of those trios, because you can get these in trios. And the crazing kind of puts little crackles, kind of. Then there was these ribbons. Oh, that would have been cute on here too, huh? That purple one. I didn't think about that. These are pretty. I kind of hate to break into them. And it's like she destashed herself. There's some really fun stuff in here. So stickers, and these will yellow as they age. It just is what it is. But these definitely look like stuff for scrapbooking. But you can use them on cards. But you guys, look at this sleeping bag. I mean, shut the front door. Isn't that cute? And it's actually a little quilted sleeping bag. Hi, Regina. So I think that's adorable. And then a couple of these sticker books, which just have stickers on them. Like, letter stickers. And then these little frame sticker things. Just wait a second now. Look at this tent and backpack. Come on. Isn't that cute? I'm telling you, this stuff is cool. And then these little guys, which you guys know would be so perfect on junk journals. And some hinges. And then some more of these. Look like metal, but they're not. But they're still really cool. There's more. There is more. Then all these like little trees and little moon, a little cabin, little animals, leaves, but bear paw prints. Oh my gosh. This is called Dress It Up Wilderness Series Cabin Dreams. Cool beans. Cool beans. We got more stickers. And these are, again, letter stickers, tag stickers, word stickers, lots of word stickers. Okay. Pair of boots. Now, Spellbinders has the cutest boot set. I know. I don't know how to choose what to play with, too. Like, there's so much. And then, where are you? We've got a little New York stuff. We got a hot dog, some pretzels. Love it, love it, love it. That must be a bagel. And then these kind of vintage looking hearts. That's right up my alley. With a song in my heart. These will be great for my type of Valentines. And then these little signs. And these are like clay. They're big, heavy. I'm overwhelmed too. I'm like, oh my gosh. And I couldn't wait to get into these so I can put them away. But I did want to kind of just unbox with you guys. And then there's like a little key and just some little, looks like I could probably foil these little sentiments. I'll try it. Not today, but I'll try foiling them. See what happens. Okay, there's more. There are these. These are chipboard. See, I never physically scrapbooked. I did some digital scrapbooking years ago, but never physical. And then there's more of this stuff from Inky Antics, which is so much fun to play with. Look, watch. Come on. How about if I set it down? I would not be able to stop playing with this. I shake. So that's fun. And they show it like on a balloon, which would be cute. And then finally, there's this. This is Die Cuts with a View. It's a it's like a mini album kit. I don't think there's any instructions in it. There might be. I'm not going to pull it out because I'll lose the pieces. But if anything else, I would, you know, obviously case the design and make it my own. And let's see. Then she sent me a little card, and she showed these last night that she did in her. Now I know she foiled this, but it almost looks like she inked it. I'm not sure what she did with that, but she sent me a Christmas card in there. And then you guys are going to laugh, but this is one of my favorite things. She had it all wrapped up in these papers, and I love using these papers for junk journals. So yeah, I have got a lot of stuff, and there's more. I just haven't received it yet. So when I get the waffle flour, I'll definitely unbox that for you guys too. So, oh my goodness. Any questions? So what we did make something. I did make something today, which was this cute little Brutus Monroe tag set with the little Cloud9 ink. Yeah, that's exactly what I do. I fold it up. Yeah, I'm going to have trouble finding places to put it. That's for sure. But I do have like designated places for things like this. And those are places that when I've done my craft room tour, you guys haven't seen because I've got a whole, oh yeah. Let's see, is this stuff dry yet? Yeah, it is. Let's see how this works. Let's see how this works. Let's grab. I'm running out of room here to even craft. We'll grab this brush corduroy. We'll just kind of let it run down. So it looks like it definitely doesn't resist. I'm running out of water in my sprayer. Pretty cool because it's dimensional, but it doesn't, it's not resisting the ink is going right into it. Love it. Gonna have more of that. Yeah, so I mean, I do have time to use it all, but will I? I mean, I probably will. Maybe my goal for 2024 is to make videos of using what I have, what I've, the stuff that I've received. Here, I've got myself going into a little mixed media frenzy. This is what this stuff looks like. It's glue. It's, it's just kind of colored. Let's glue something to that. What am I going to glue to it? One of these. Why not? Oh, some of these are buttons. Let's put a little boot on here. I'll probably end up taking that off, but yeah, what's your question, Jen? Yeah, Shay. So Maddie at Empty Nest Scrapper does videos. Let's see, Chow does videos. The paste that I use, this one was this TCW Light and Fluffy Modeling Paste, and then this was Distress Collage Medium Vintage, which you can't get anymore, but every once in a while Ranger will have the 3-pack that has the matte, the crazing, and the vintage. Oh yeah, I haven't forgotten that, Maddie. That's going to be something all by itself because let me just say that pan pastels are a messy business. You've got to clean up everything and start with a clean area. It is messy. Let me see if I've got something that I did here. I did do something. I was playing with it, but it gets all over. It gets everywhere. Nah, I don't see where I put it. I shove things in places. I know that didn't sound right, but that's kind of the way it goes. So yeah, I will definitely, let me see if I can just clean out enough area. Let me toss all this stuff in the box. I'll clean out an area here and we'll look at that in a minute. If nobody's in a hurry. Ugh, like messy business. Ugh. I want to move everything out of my way here. guys can go over here. This can go over here. These can go over here. And clean off my sparkly bits here. It is something that you'll want to seal. So you can use like hairspray to seal it, but I recommend a better sealer. You know, something that's designed for sealing, because I found that the pastels will still come up if you put hairspray on them. So it'll look like this. Let's get, I'll just get my accent opaque paper. And let's do, I have these in rainbow order. They make little pan things you can put them in, but they're so big I can't justify the space. We'll get those 3. And then I get these little makeup brushes on Amazon. The set comes with one of those little, you know, weird brushes. I don't have mine. I lost it somewhere. But okay, let's just say I want kind of a sunset. I'm just going to get the pan pastel on, and I'm just going to rub it on. So yellow's not the problem. It's when you get into the dark colors that it's a problem. So what's cool about them is that they'll blend into each other. So I'll go into the orange, and you can see how that blends nicely into the yellow. Just a very light touch. And I'll go into my sort of magenta color. And blend that down, and then I'll take a clean part and just kind of blend back up. Okay, when you do this, don't touch it because you'll get fingerprints on it. And they won't come off if your fingers are greasy. Now I had that barrier on there and it didn't leave a fingerprint, so that's interesting. They feel like eyeshadow. So here's like some of the fallout. Let me get a little brush here. You see the fallout, how much there is of it? So see, if I drop that on there, I can still kind of pat it in. So they're pretty loose. Let's get, and so you see how it is on my silicone mat. It's very hard to wipe up. And if you get it on your hands, I mean, it'll clean off your hands. You guys know me. I'm willing to get messy for you. It's going to transfer onto everything if I don't clean it off right away. So I need a bit more yellow here. So I'm just going to go back to the yellow part and see I still have a little red. So you can take that and pounce it off, like onto a, you know, your rag of whatever you have. And see, I want my yellow to be a little bit deeper. And then I'll bring it all the way up. So it does a beautiful blend. And that's what you do basically in your make and takes when you go and like Blue Night Rubber Stamps usually has it. Let's get some water on here. And it's the blue that makes me unhappy. See, I had a bunch of blue fallout already. Let's go clean off my little thing. Let's go dark blue. Then we'll come in with the lighter blue. And then you can blend them very easily. Do I see myself doing, you know, anything majorly artistic with them other than this? Not really. You can stamp over it. I'll show you. I have the worst time getting these screwed back together. Let's get a stamp. Oh, you know what? Let's grab this star stamp just for the heck of it. It is flawless blending, but it comes off unless you put a fixative of some sort on it. It's going to come off. Interesting. Okay. I think I will grab a platform for this. Look at me. Am I everywhere here? Get out of the way. Okay, and we'll grab some VersaFine Clair. If I can find it. You guys, it's buried here somewhere. There it is. I see you hiding. I have like the Simon Hurley palm tree ones, but I don't want to waste your guys' time going to look for them. I got everything put away, but you know what though? I mean, that's ideal, but that's what you see in the Make It Takes is basically silhouette stamps. So I didn't get it enough push there. So the answer is yes, you can stamp over it. There we go. Now, what would I do here to make this more interesting? I might take one of my makeup brushes. These things I use for everything, you guys. I might take one of my makeup brushes and solidify some of these with the makeup brush. Ideally, you wait for the Versamark ink to dry before you start doing this stuff. But you don't necessarily have to buy fancy tools. I think that the little blenders that they make for these are a little better than a makeup brush, but it works. So there. No problem. Yeah, I was going to do a separate, just a kind of a video itself of this, but since we're all here and nobody minds, thought I'd go ahead and whip it out. Right? I have a bunch too because they're cheap. And I use them for oxides. I use them for inks. I use them for all kind of stuff. All right, guys. I thank you for coming to hang out with me today and letting me into your space and letting me show you all the stuff I bought that now I have to figure out how to use. So, Mary, as far as the sealer goes, I'm no expert in sealers. You can apparently spray it with hairspray, and I did that, but it didn't really seal it, so maybe you need a couple of coats. If you spray it with hairspray, it's going to change the color ever so slightly. So, I have something here. Let me grab it, and I can tell you what it is. If I can get to it. No, I can't get to it. It's from Krylon, and it's a matte transparent spray. So try that. All right, guys. Thanks a bunch. I'll see you around the rooms. Don't forget to, Elizabeth has her birthday celebration at 7 Eastern tonight on her channel where she's doing a bunch of stuff to give away. Ooh, isn't that pretty? Look at how pretty that is. Let me show you how it's not easy to clean. So I don't recommend necessarily doing it on your silicone mat. I mean, it'll clean off with alcohol, but it's not that easy to clean. See, it's stained here, so I gotta get some hand sanitizer and clean it with that, and then it'll come up. Okay? All right, guys. Bye. Take care.